All right, guys, just a real quick market thought. I'm trying to get in the habit of just doing more videos. I feel like for a long time, I really wanted to make these perfect videos, and it's kind of just, it would cause me to be weeks before I would, post a video or whatever. And I'm starting to pretty much just scrap that plan. And you know what? Hey, whenever I feel like making a video, I'll make the video. And I want to make them more frequently. I have a lot of things that I want to talk about, and I don't want the perfection to get in the way of all of this. I've been overthinking a lot of this, a lot of this social media stuff. So this is just like a quick and dirty post, just to share with you some kind of market thoughts, and just kind of share with you what I kind of see with the market and things like that. Things that are sometimes financial related, sometimes not even maybe financial related, but in general this particular post is. So I just wanted to do a real quick post to talk about something that I really think is lacking when it comes to trading, and what I'm talking about is psychology. Now, I mentioned a little bit of psychology before in my last post when I was talking about buying and selling, and how I think that's a horrible investment strategy that's pretty much been brainwashed to a lot of financial advisors. So if you're a financial advisor or you're a fan of that strategy, you might be not cool with hearing that. But I'm not trying to diss you. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. But it's a terrible strategy in my opinion. That does not work for everyone. And again, look, I'll give my reasons for why I believe that is. And if you watch my last video, I talked about a gentleman who had $3 million who basically lost it all because of the buy and hold method. And this happens quite a bit. I kind of feel like the buy and hold method is basically like a lottery ticket. For some folks, it may work. You actually may retire and actually have your retirement and a workout. But for like another guy, if he like retires, the year that the market crashes, then like all of his money goes away, and it's like, oh crap, I was gonna retire. Now I can't get the house. I can't move where I was gonna move. Forget the boat, So it's kind of like a lottery ticket. But I'm gonna get more into that later. So if you haven't followed my channel and you want to hear a little bit more about why I think the buy and hold strategy is just a lot of utter nonsense, then follow, and when that video comes out, hit the bell alert so you can see it if you're interested in that. I actually have, I did a YouTube search on buy and hold, and there was very little material that I found where people were actually speaking negatively of it. So it's pretty much the standard way of investing for most folks. So yeah, there's not much out there that speaks against it or why it's dangerous. So again, if you're really kind of interested in hearing why I really I was a financial advisor for a few years, and I never practiced that with my clients, never. So again, if you are interested in hearing, why, what's the deal here, follow when that video comes out. You can drop a comment and all that stuff, and hopefully I can give you another angle to look at it. I'm not trying to, again, to shame people or do anything like that. That's not what this channel is about. But I do want to kind of give you another perspective and hopefully help you in your in how you trade, how you invest in the market. Anyways, I'm kind of getting off on that. Look, going back to psychology, guys, psychology is the key. It is the absolute key for being a successful trader, investor, speculator. I don't believe that you can be successful in this business without having the right psychology, without having that intact. You can have the perfect strategy. You can have a proven strategy. You could have a master in the market give you a proven strategy. If you read the book, the Turtle Traders, you can read about that. It's a great book on how, basically you can teach people how to trade, and they can make money. But at some point, something goes wrong. And it's like, well, why? I gave you a recipe. The people love it. It works. All you need to do is take this recipe, open up a restaurant. You're going to be a millionaire. Why did you fail in this? And it comes down to psychology. Because we're emotional people, right? We have emotions. And when you're trading, that comes into play. So if you don't have the psychological makeup to execute the plan day in and day out, the chances for continued success are very low. You may do well, but eventually it's going to get you. And this is something most people, again, they don't talk about, especially all these gurus. They're doing people real dirty, because they're basically just they're saying you can learn by doing this, by doing that, but they're leaving out the key ingredient, which is the psychology. Now, you do have some people like Ray Dalio who get into this. Shout out Ray Dalio, and they talk a lot about psychology and whatnot. But a lot of people are so hungry to make, $1 million and become a millionaire trader and get the Lambo and all that they don't want to hear about the psychology, because, they think, well, it really doesn't matter. But the reality is that if you've ever seen a professional poker player, that they're not playing the cards, they're playing the people, and they have a certain psychological makeup that allows them to become amazing players, because of how they can read players, how they can read the table. And the market is the exact same thing. Now, I know some of you out there may not agree with that as well, especially the guys who've been to college and have the MBAs or something like that. To compare investing to poker, it's like, oh, that's gambling. This is not gambling, whatnot. And I would agree 1,000%. This isn't gambling, okay? But it is a business in which people are speculating on the direction of a stock. And this is not far away from speculating on what cards are going to hit the table next, because what you're doing is mentally evaluating the situation. You're calculating the odds of the cards. You're also looking at the patterns of the players, right? And all of this is going on in your mind. And all you're thinking about, all of these great poker players are thinking about, is what are the odds for this hand to hit. And so the professional traders, they are in this same mindset. What are the odds that this trade goes up or down? What are the probabilities? And, how much of my capital is going to be allocated to this? What is the risk to reward, right? How much of the portfolio is kind of, moving around here? And what you're doing is you're doing the same thing that a professional poker player is doing. You're reading the financial markets. You're reading the emotions of the buyers and the sellers and the news and all the noise. And there's no room for self-doubt. If you doubt, that means that your emotions are now having a say in the decision making. And the emotions in this game, that is the killer, okay? Because I really do consider the market a game at the end of the day, but that's for another post. But emotions, they have no place here, okay? The reasons people lost their tails and their life savings on stocks like GameStop or AMC is because of emotions. Okay, because the absolute reality was that these companies were failing businesses. They were not making money. Anyone who could add numbers could see that more money was leaving than coming in. Okay, without any emotions, that's just what that's just what the math was showing us. You could very easily see this, but people got emotional. They got some sentimental attachment to these companies, maybe because of their childhood memories, and they made it a very personal trade. And it was like, oh, I'm going to stick it to the man. We're going to get the professional traders. And it became extremely emotional. Okay. Instead of looking at the reality and seeing that inevitably these companies are going nowhere, whether I have an attachment to them or not, it doesn't change the fact that they're not making money. Okay, this is like a bad relationship where people refuse to get out of it, right? They keep making excuses for the girlfriend or the guy or the guy or whatever, and they defend them, because they're so hung up on this partner. And you hear the excuses, no, they're gonna change, they're changing, just wait until the day they change, and they have so much potential. You fall in love with the potential, right? So these stocks became that, it became falling in love with an idea, And instead of just looking at the fact that these companies make no money, that's it. They don't make any money, right? And so all of the emotions, you saw that go on into the stock. And I don't want to get off subject here, but what I really want to say is that success in this business is having the ability to become emotionless. Okay. It's not letting your emotions have a say when it comes to these numbers. Okay. And it doesn't mean you have to become a heartless bastard. Okay. I don't mean that. We need less of those people in this world, as a matter of fact, especially if you know, with money. Okay. But you know, what I mean is that you stop doing math with your limbic brain and you start using the cortex. Okay. You use the right part of the brain for the right job. And when you're playing music or whatever you do, you're using the limbic part for that, right? You're using your emotions. You're writing with your emotions. You're playing with your soul, right? And putting that into the music. And that's what makes it good, right? Using the right part of the brain for the right job, the right areas. So just a quick market turbo thought here on market psychology. Stop getting emotional. Stop using the limbic part of the brain to figure out the math, and start developing the right psychology to become successful in life and in this business. And that's it for the turbo thought here, guys. So I'll catch you on the next video. Peace and love, guys. And I hope all of you are doing well. And yeah, catch you on the next one.